Hi, we've been getting a lot of questions, as you can imagine, where our clients are saying, hey, can I go to my landlord and ask for 2 or 3 months of no rent? And, maybe we can tack that onto the end or do something else. So the quick answer is yes, you absolutely can do that. You can use a blend and extend as another variation for what we call a rent holiday. We also used this during the last economic downturn to fund tenant improvements in the middle of a lease when the client didn't have the money. Landlord wasn't obligated to do it, and this gave them some incentive to do it. So I had a CFO client of mine call and say, hey, what if we just get 3 months of free rent and tack that on to the end of the lease, 3 months to the end of the lease? Well, this is what that would look like. So if they've got, and I just use as an example, 33,000 and change they're paying in rent, there's about 24 months left. The rent abatement for 3 months would be equivalent to $100,000. If you let that compound at 6% interest and tack that onto the end of the lease, that would be about $112,000 or $37,000 a month in round numbers. So is that good for the landlord? Is that fair to them? Well, here's what you need to keep in mind is you are going to have possession of that space now for 3 months when you're not paying rent. And then when you pay those last 3 months, you'll have possession then. So you've gone from 24 months of possession to 27 months of possession, and you're still only paying them for 24 months. So that's not really a great deal from the landlord's perspective to do that. So I said to the client, well, what if we just took it and amortized it into the remaining term? So you're going to get $100,000 free or off of the next 3 months at 6% interest over 21 months. That equates to about $5,000 a month. Let's just tack that onto your rent and you can start paying $38,000 a month. Well, as you can bet, the CFO was not real excited to do that. First of all, we don't know that it's going to only last 90 days. And then secondly, they're not necessarily looking to increase the rent by $5,000 a month. So this option is a little less attractive for the tenant. So we came up with this compromise. It's what if we take that $100,000 now, we do a 36-month lease extension, and we do that and for the last 3 years, the rent goes to 36,110, and I'll explain to you how we got that. This is what that would look like. The rent now is 33,000 and change. For the next 3 months, it will be zero. Then from months 4 to 24, there's no change at all. That stays exactly the same. Then now where that lease ends at the 24th month, we're going to add on 3 more years at 36,110. Goes from 24 months to 60 months. The remaining obligation at this point is $800,000. The new one will be $700,000, which is that $800,000 less the 3 months of free rent that we just got. That was $100,000. Takes that down to 700 plus 1.3 million, which is the 36 times 36 months. So a $2 million rent obligation. So the first thing the CFO said, gee, that seems kind of generous to the landlord. But is it really, though? If you take that $100,000 and you divide it by 36 months and just add it to that 33, you get this 36,110 number. So this is the exact same rate per square foot. There's no increase there to the landlord. What the landlord is simply getting is more term. And from a tenant's perspective, you are saying, I will extend my lease for 3 years and I want 3 months of free rent. But I don't want that 3 months of free rent when that next term starts. I want it today, right now. And as we all know, present value, a dollar today is worth more than $1 in the future. So I think that's a good deal for the tenant. I think it's very fair and good deal for the landlord. Most smart landlords, if they're well capitalized, will take advantage of this. So we realize a lot of firms have been hurt really hard by this COVID-19. Avocat Group is completely waiving our hourly consulting fees to help clients deal with these issues. Not just clients, but anybody wants to approach us. We're glad to give you suggestions and advice. We'll do a free review of your existing lease, look for clauses that might apply or be helpful to you, and we will make contact with your landlord to bring up the subject. So here's my contact information. I'm Walt Batansky, the CFO of Avocat Group. email me at wb@avocatgroup.com. I will put you in touch with the professionals in our office who can help you with that. Again, no obligation at all. And we hope you stay healthy and safe. Good luck.